Bunch of bull crap. Again, ladies and gentlemen, a bunch of gibberish. I guess YouTube decided to go ahead and go live before I even hit the button. So I guess I ain't even allowed to put my mic in and all that stuff. I'm up here looking bad right about now. Fiddling with stuff. All because of YouTube and their shenanigans. They ain't even let me put my glasses on. The light's killing my eyes and stuff. That's okay. That's okay. People are saying, hey, Kev, happy Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all, too. It is getting there. It's getting there. It's real close. So anyway, with that being said, let me go ahead and get situated because YouTube decided to go ahead and hit the go live switch before I hit it, which is not cool. I mean, what if I'd have been picking my nose or something? You know what I mean? I mean, how is that going to look? Y'all be cracking up. Didn't even let me put my picture up there. I'll tell you, man. YouTube. Yeah. I just got done fussing with them too, y'all. So yeah, I can see I'm live over here. Yeah, I just got done fussing with them about several things. And they seem to not have an answer. For example, somebody said, I really enjoy your show. Wonderful. Yeah. But I was fussing with them about, let's see, what's the issue I had? Oh, I was fussing with them about, what was it? Fuss with them about so many things. This time I was fussing with them because, my video that I uploaded about the 12 days of Christmas. Yeah. So just so happened that video only has like 1,300 views. Can you believe that? Only 1,300 views with 199,000 subscribers. And you know what their excuse is? You guys. That's what the YouTube guy's telling me. He's telling me that you guys aren't setting your notifications to all. It's stuff like that. That I'm going, well, wait a minute. These are the same people that are on my live stream every day telling me sometime they get a notification, sometime they don't, and all of that stuff. And of course, they sent me the standard, response and this and all that. And then I guess to show me a lesson, they decided, wait until he get ready to go live. We just gonna make it go live before he even hit the button. So it's cool. It's cool. I've been in a constant battle with them, and I will prevail, okay? Now, with that being said, if this is your first time joining the show, hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other platforms. Rumble, I got 4,000 subscribers over there now. I have yet to acquire 1,000 subscribers on my alternative YouTube channel. So please, if you haven't subscribed to that, please do so. And then let me see what else. What else? Did I forget anything? Yeah, set those notifications to all, please. Now, if y'all can hear me and y'all can see me, then it's no need for me to tarry. I might as well go ahead and get busy. So let's get busy. What? Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here, gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yeah, man. There's also a Kevin's Corner store in here too, so please check that out. And that phone number right there, 330-974-4607. If you have not texted that, please do so. Text MAGA to it to let me know that that's what Don't you ain't got to send like a whole message like, "What's up, Kat? This is Jim. Yeah, I just want to let you know I'm about to send this Mac. Just Mac is fine. So if you do that, then this way, if something happened, I still got y'all kind of locked in to where I can go ahead and shoot y'all a mass text and say, yo, they got me. They finally got me. I asked the dude today, like, did I do anything to get in the hot seat to where y'all won't be sending out notifications or suppressing my channel? No, sir. If that would have happened, you would have got a notification. Would I? Would I? See, I don't think you would. I think you would just go ahead and set those algorithms to shut me down and then tell me there's nothing wrong. The people just aren't watching. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, It is what it is. I have to deal with it for now. Okay. But with that being said, you can also support my channel through checking out Kevin's Corner Store and purchasing some merch. And you can also support the channel through giving through my Cash App and my PayPal link. It's still time, y'all. Christmas ain't here yet. Hit me with some Buzzer Peter blessings. And yeah, and some people did send me some wonderful gifts in the mail. I got a card. I got me an Amazon. What do you call those things? Those Amazon. Yeah, I got me an Amazon card. So audio good. Somebody just telling me audio good. Thank you. I hope that somebody would have let me know by now. If I'd have been sitting up here talking this whole time and y'all been like, what is he saying? What? We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Yeah, so thank you, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, but I got me an Amazon gift card, and I want to thank everybody for those things because I'm not even a big, I don't have a big family. I don't have, my family's very small. And I'm not a Grinch totally, but I'm also not the guy that's like, everybody's getting together. We're all getting together. I can spend Christmas by myself in the crib. And I'll probably do a show on Christmas. But I'm always thankful for Christmas and what it really stands for. And those that choose to bless me, I do appreciate that as well. So with that being said, y'all, we might as well get into it, man. Oh, yeah. So before we get into the rumors that has been squashed, let me go ahead and really embarrass one of the networks that's responsible for a lot of the hoaxes. Starting off with you know who.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
Hilarious. So, yep, CNN guys. Apparently, they sent somebody over there in Syria, I think, on a hard-hitting, story where she discovered something. Let's check out the story.
I can't tell though. It might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's locked. Is he gonna shoot it?
We go in to get a closer look. It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Oh. Look at that, y'all. We go in to take a closer look. We're still not clear if something's under the blanket.
Is someone there? Is someone there?
Someone there? You know who's there.
Or is it just a blanket? I don't know.
Hello? Muffy.
No, don't shoot. Please,
I'm a
don't.
civilian, he says. I'm a civilian.
I'm a civilian. Please, don't shoot. Look at this civilian, y'all. They just found him, y'all.
He tells the fighter he's from the city of Humps. He's been in the cell for 3 months.
Wow. 3 months in that cell? He looks pretty healthy to me. Now, I don't know now. If you are in those conditions in that country, which is at war, I'm pretty sure you might be a little malnourished. Yeah, you might be a little, starving. You might have the missed meal cramps. And he looks pretty groomed for 3 months. In fact, I would think maybe a guy that's in the cell for 3 months over there, if they had to go in and rescue him, might have not even made it. They might have pulled back, the cover and it'd have been a skeleton under there or something like that, But nonetheless, he's nice and healthy and he don't want them to shoot. He's like, don't shoot. So this lady risked her life going into the cell. She didn't know what was under there. But you know what? Because of the journalism, because CNN is the most trusted name in news, she was willing to go ahead and risk her life. It could have been anybody. It could have been a suicide bomber under there. It could have been whoever. But she said, forget that. I'm going to go ahead and see.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
He clutches my arm tightly with both hands.
Now, guys, of course, after Fake Crapper comes out and gives her all of the accolades.
Just absolutely remarkable report. CNN's Clarissa Ward in Damascus doing vital journalism. Thank you so much.
You mean fake journalism? Fake Crapper. Yeah, you're living up to every bit of that name. So now we also found out that guy under the covers, I guess, worked for the what's his name? Something regime facade, whatever his name is. Worked for his regime at some point. And apparently, this was all kind of staged, but CNN is trying to deny it. They're trying to deny it. They're like, Mossad, there you go. Yeah, they're like, well, we was duped too. We ain't even know. And I'm going, So we better check their record to see if they have a habit of doing these things.
Be right back.
Clarissa is on the ground right
There
now.
she is
Clarissa,
again.
tell us what's happening.
Stand by.
Hi, John. So forgive me, I had a slightly unelegant position, but we have just had a massive barrage of rockets coming in here, not too far from us.
You already know what this was. All right, everybody to your places. All right, let me get down on the ground. There, yeah. See how I got her mic? Ready? Sorry, I was barely able to answer with the barrage of rockets that were flying all around. And now, do you think these new modern day fake behind propagandists will really put themselves in harm's way? I mean, this ain't like back in Nam where them dudes was going out there getting shot and killed. This ain't like the folks over there doing World War I and II running around with the big cameras getting blown up. Nah, man, they ain't built like that. Yeah, this is all propaganda. So now here she is. All right, then my laying good? Is my hair, everybody? Makeup? Okay. Ready? And action. Sorry about that. So let's see what happens in this action-packed scene.
So we have had to take shelter here by the roadside. We're just about 5 minutes away. Gaza is in that direction. We can hear now a lot of jets in the sky. We could also hear the Iron Dome intercepting a number of those rockets as they were whizzing overhead and making impact in that direction. Heavy weaponry.
Heavy weaponry.
It's saying we can get up now.
Oh, they're saying we can get up now. Who? Who said you can get up right now? You're in a war-torn zone right now. What are you talking about? Your butt should be getting back in a news truck trying to get out of there, trying to haul tail. But no, she's cool now. So let's look at the surroundings, because apparently bombs and stuff was dropping, and they're in a very dangerous zone. So here we go.
Where are we moving to? Sorry, just 1 second, guys.
Oh, wait. Why are those cars looking nice and clean? Where's all the soot and the dust from the bombs blowing up? And they just lined up perfectly. Are those the CNN cars for the staff? That must be the staff. Yeah, that's what they all drove. All right, everybody, all the cameramen, makeup people. Let's continue though.
All right, so now I can show you.
Yeah, show
scene
us.
Here.
Okay.
This is where those militants first came,
What?
opening up fire on all these vehicles.
What kind of... Did they miss every vehicle? This is unbelievable. What kind of militants are they? Don't worry. Everybody shoot cars. Shoot. Brrr. What's the matter with you? You can't hit car. Unbelievable. There's no bullet holes in those cars. They're nice and parked up there on the side. Was anybody in those cars? Why are those lights on in those cars? I don't understand. Were they in those cars? Where are the bullet shells everywhere? Anybody? No, maybe they didn't have the set guy who was able to remember what a real set would look like if they came through and lit up all those cars. I would see bullet shells everywhere. I would see all kinds of stuff. And then they probably came through with tanks and stuff. I mean, that road looks mighty paved. Interesting. But she said that's what had happened, though.
There's a baby carriage down there.
Is the baby in it? Why would you mention the baby carriage? There's a baby carriage down there. There's some bubblegum wrappers. This is crazy. There's I think I saw a pigeon on the thing that was watching all the action. The pigeon, pigeons don't move until the last second. They're the most laziest, stubborn birds in the world. So they waited until the last second when the tanks were just about to run them over, and then they decided to fly. It was crazy. It was out of control. Where's the evidence of this war scene?
Turned over on its side. You can see over there, Clayton, if you just show
Where?
in the distance there.
Okay, I don't see
some kind of
nothing.
strikes, looks like in Gaza as well.
See, that's where all the action was. That's why she's where she's at, right there. See, she's like, oh, no, over there? No, I'm not going over there. Wait, you see the smoke, don't you? Look, this place looks safe over here. Let's go right over here, and we'll do this one, okay? And say that it was just minutes ago, y'all, that they were shooting and lighting up cars. And I'm thinking, wow, they done really, I guess, kept moving, and y'all didn't get shot. They didn't even target y'all. What's going on? If you were right there when that just happened, you're telling me they didn't see you all with your big cameras and stuff hiding in the dirt? Oh, boy, CNN.
Return fire.
Okay.
Or is that the smoke from the rocket launches? Forgive me.
It's the smoke coming out of your butt. Yeah, because you are doing nothing but blowing smoke right now.
A little difficult after being crouched in a ditch to know exactly what's been going on.
After being crouched in a ditch. Oh, boy. Oh, you know what? This reminds me. See, this reminds me. Look, this is our news today. Remember this?
Hey, picking it up here in Wilmington, North
Y'all
Carolina.
see him? Y'all see him? He got the stance and everything. You see him with the kickstand? You see him with the kickstand down? My man got the kickstand back. Yeah, got the head. You can see right here a little bit of rocking. Yeah, but what he couldn't account for when you filming on site is the the extras that you guys didn't pay for.
Carolina, right at the Infoco store, and we're in one of these vans.
Fight it.
So that's
Wait a
Mike
minute.
Seidel in
Why are
Wilmington,
those-
North Carolina.
what the
But
heck?
as he braces and fights the win Friday, check out the two guys who seem to walk right by him in the background there with no.
And he's still rocking. That dude don't even realize. And the cameraman didn't care. Cameraman's probably rolling like, look, I'm gonna let this keep rolling right there. Out there, you can see here, and these dudes just strolling through like, I don't see what the problem is. This is news today, y'all. See, I'm laying the groundwork. Wait a minute, though.
Trouble at all.
Here's another one.
Good morning. Well, obviously we're getting a nice break from the rain, but not the flood.
You see her in her little canoe? I love it when the fake news get exposed. Good morning. Okay, so now wait a minute. Where'd you get the canoe from? That's my question. Sammy, I thought you were supposed to be spontaneous. You're right there in the scene. I mean, did you steal that canoe? Did you bring it with you? These are questions I have. Oh, man. So, yep, somebody at the Today Show decided to go ahead and rent a canoe in about this much of water, okay, and somehow get mic'd up, go out there in the canoe, okay, and good morning, you can see here, and unfortunately, when you're out on a set, you can't account for extras.
This is essentially now a part of the Passaic River in this neighborhood.
That might be the best scene ever right there. Oh my goodness. And do you see the water is about a little over their ankles? I mean, that mess didn't even hit the knees. I'm surprised that canoe is not dragging the ground. How in the world did you get that canoe to float on about this much water? At the good morning, got that darn it, that blew my whole scene to hell. Oh my gosh, she should have lost her job right there. And the cameraman. Boy, you can't recover from that. What are you going to tell the people? Where I'm at is actually deep, but the 4 feet in front of me is very shallow. As you can see, these men are walking through it. But here it is at least 13 feet deep. Yeah, right.
It rushed in yesterday through the streets.
I hope that CNN become born again as a good media.
It's not going to happen, Kyla. It's not going to happen. So now let's get to the Trump-Musk divide. Isn't working, y'all. It's not working. Go figure.
Yesterday,
Elon Musk, we saw Elon Musk take kind of a powerful role in his power over the Republican caucus.
Now you see Raggedy Patty mixed between Raggedy Ann and Peppermint Patty, Raggedy Patty. You see her sitting next to Hawker Jeffries. So Raggedy Patty and Hawker Jeffries done teamed up to try to push the narrative that Elon Musk now must be in control. They said in some think tank and said, man, see, Doge coming in here messing up our little happy nest. It's a bunch of bull crap. Well, let's see, how can we do? You know what? Trump's a pretty independent guy. You know, he's like to be the man. You know what we should do? Let's go ahead and tell the media to help us push this narrative that I guess Elon Musk's taking on the leadership role. He's now the president. So let's see if it's working and see how Hawker Jeffries goes ahead and backs this up.
That surprised me, I guess. Maybe it shouldn't have. Did anything about how he wielded his power surprise you?
Well, many people throughout the Capitol are saying that he has perhaps emerged as the leader of the Republican Party moving forward, and we'll have to see how that plays itself out.
Many people? I mean, you mean you guys who y'all all sat around mad and pouting because you couldn't go home for Christmas and said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We'll teach them. We're going to say that Elon Musk now is taking over the whole Republican Party, and Donald Trump, he's running secondary. He's running secondary. And let's see if that works. So when you say many people, you're talking about you and the fake news. That's what you're talking about. Nobody else.
Over the next few weeks, next few months, and next few years. As House Democrats, our position is simple.
What?
There are three things that we should all be focused on in connection with the American people.
Uh-oh. Hawker Jeffrey's about to tell us what the Democrat Party should be focused on. Now, remember, guys, they done had 4 years to focus on the things that this man is talking about right here. All right, 4 years. So you better not come with nothing old that's still a problem. You better be talking about we done solved all of these things, and now here's 3 things left. 3 things left. But these 3 things that Hawker is about to hawker up, I'm thinking, y'all been working on these for how long?
First, lowering costs. Second, bigger paychecks for hardworking American taxpayers.
Okay.
And third, securing safer communities.
Well, you know what we got to do, y'all. We better check his work.
That's going to be our North Star moving forward.
Since when?
First, lowering costs.
Okay.
For the third straight month, prices have gone up more than expected. From the rising cost of car insurance and repairs to how much you're paying at the grocery store every week.
What the?
Before the pandemic, all of these groceries, about 30 items, cost $100 on average. Now, 5 years later, according to Nielsen IQ, all this costs 33% more, meaning you'd have to skip about 10 items, like chicken, bread, milk, and bananas.
Those are necessities, especially if you black. You best to have some chicken in your house. So wait a minute. These groceries cost so much you don't even want to eat them? You get it to the crib like, man, I can't even eat that. I paid too much for that chicken. Wait till the last minute before it spoils to eat it. I want to savor it, want to watch it. Yeah, so all of that went up, but they were working the whole time. Now, understand, if these things that he just mentioned, if they were working on it the whole time, they probably wouldn't have lost that bad. They probably would have lost, but not that bad. So yeah, I'm not seeing the evidence of the Democrat Party focused on any of those things. I thought they were focused on January 6th, abortion, Trump's a white nationalist and the white supremacist and he's Hitler. What else? Oh, illegal immigrants coming in. They like that. They like that stuff. They were focused on all of that. Okay, transgender bathrooms and little boys playing in girls' sports. Those were the things they were focused on. But Hawker Jeffrey says that it was these things.
To make your $100 budget.
A loaf of bread used to be $1. Now it's almost $4-5.
What?
A gallon of milk almost $5. It's ridiculous.
That's Bidenomics.
That is Bidenomics.
I have to pick and choose on what I'm gonna cook for that day. If it's gonna be enough for everybody to eat, or have to cook sometimes, I'll cook for them and I don't eat.
Oh,
You don't eat?
Sometimes.
sometimes she don't eat. Now wait a minute, man. You telling me the Democrats got black folks out there can't even eat, but they just love minorities. They love black people. There you go. So apparently they were in power for nothing. We got 4 years of absolute nothing. If you haven't watched my video of the 12 Days of Christmas, please check it out. But anyway, let's get back to this, because we just heard Hawker Jeffries sweeping down, man. They doing their thing. They focused on these things.
Second, bigger paychecks for hardworking American taxpayers.
Over half of American workers say their salary just isn't enough to cover the cost of living. That's even as inflation eases from 4-decade highs. A Bank of America survey reveals 67% of employees say the cost of living is outpacing growth in their wages.
Whoa. And I feel them, because before Creepy got in, I was able to do this full time. Now I had to go back to work. Hard labor too, with my bare hands. I didn't even mess around going back in corporate. I said, go ahead and give me the drywall truck. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to be a 70-year-old man up here, the lifting drywall with the young boys. I want to go back to being able to do this full time. But I can't do it in this economy. Maybe when Trump get in, and also when that person who gets in that's going to be looking into the censorship that's going on these platforms, maybe that might change my my situation here. Who knows? But let's continue though, because they're swooping down. The wages is going up, and they're working good jobs, not 8 or 9, 10 jobs. People ain't out there prostituting themselves. They got one solid job and stuff like that.
80% of those between 35 and 44 feel stressed about money, with the survey finding that women are much more worried than men. The average family is now spending about $700 more a month on the same goods and services compared to 2 years ago.
Whoa! But we just heard Hawker Jeffrey says they were focused on it. Now, how are you going to be focused on something and you get these poor results? See, that's the oxymoron about Democrat propaganda. When they come out and they tell you that they're working on something, nobody's worked harder on it than them. But the results are the opposite. So I'm saying that must mean you're really, really poor at your job. Mucus out there talking about we are working hard to secure the border. The border is secure. The crossings are down, and And I'm going, everything about what you're saying, we see the opposite. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Look at the spikes. Look at all of that. What about the gotaways? I don't care how you fudge it and reword it and try to say, well, now all of a sudden we're going to pretend these people are coming legitimately, so therefore we don't have to say they're illegally crossing. We still know that border's blew out. We know it. But y'all will get up there and tell us that it's not true. We are working diligently every day to stop all of that. And we're about to see another fake Democrat who's going to fall into that same line because Hawker Jeffries just swooping down. They're also working on making sure the American people are safe.
Juggling 2 jobs, sometimes up to 11 hours a day.
What did you think you'd be doing at 66?
Oh, I would hope to be retired.
Wow,
not on my watch.
And third, securing safer communities.
Oh my goodness. Now I can't even believe Hawker Jeffries even put this on his top 3 list. And when they do this, all they do is bring attention to what they're saying. You're supposed to lead the people away from all of your stinkiness, okay? When you fart, you don't tell people to come here. You go, hey, let's meet over there. Go, hey, stay right there. You go over there. I'll be right there. Give me a second, man, okay? All right, I need a radius. You don't tell the people to come into the fart. You lead them away from the fart, man. But this dude right here is talking about some, security for people's safety and stuff. And I'm going, you lead them into the fart. Now we're all going to go, hey, man, you smell. Did you just fart? So now this dude brought up something that we all know Democrats are the worst at. Their cities are the worst. But hey, there's something else they added to it too. So we got to go and check his work. Here we go. By the way, thanks for the super chat.
Tonight, an alarming development in the border crisis. Among the record number of migrants crossing the southern border was a member of an Afghan terror organization who was released into the U.S. by border agents.
Because of mucus, and he is working hard at the border to make sure everything is safe and secure.
According to U.S. officials.
It was a record-breaking day of crossings across the southern border yesterday. Sources confirming to News Nation more than 12,500 people crossed yesterday alone.
They're currently tracking 425,000 non-citizens who have been convicted of a crime.
425,000. Convicted of a crime. Non-citizens, guys. So let me get this straight. Hawker Jeffries, that's a part of you guys working on making sure that American citizens are safe by importing almost 500,000 criminals that we know of. It's not including the terrorists that probably got away. It's not including the 2.8 million of them that got away. It's not including them. Oh, what about the kids y'all lost? The 500,000 kids that you lost. So that's interesting because Hawker Jeffrey said that's what they should be focused on with his list.
Of that number, over 13,000 non-citizens have convictions for homicide.
You got to be kidding me. Now, you want to put that record on display, Hawker Jeffries? You want to add that into your efforts to secure Americans and make them feel safe? Huh? That's what you should be focused. It's funny how they always bring these things up their garbage at when the Republicans are doing something that is productive and they want to downplay it. We should be focused on that. We should be focused on is the American people and making sure that and I'm going, if that was the case, y'all would have been making sure that these things were a priority during the whole 3.5, 4 years y'all were in office. We wouldn't be here right about now celebrating our red wave victory. We wouldn't be here. It'd be a victory, but it'd be like, okay, we got the wave didn't hit the peak right now though. We got that point break wave right about now. We out there on the big wave. We out there like Hawaii 5-0. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We out there on the big waves, the big red waves. So now let's continue hearing Hawker Jeffries lie to us.
And are on the non-detained docket, meaning they're roaming the country right now.
Roaming the country. And look at this one. Look at these.
I want to change the psychology around crime in New York City because we are the safest big city in America.
Now what you should be doing is changing the size of those 2 big front teeth. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. My 2 front teeth. So now there she is leading 2 front teeth first. Up here talking about. You see that look right there? So let's see what Bucky Beaver / Roger the Rabbit / Bugs Bunny. She got 2 big things. Big eyes and big teeth. It's a bad combination, man. She looked, okay. So let's see. Here we go.
Right. I want people on the subways. It is safe. But I'm going to make sure people feel safe.
It is far and away the best way to get around New York. It's not even close. It always has been. Still we're at the subway all the time. 1 train.
Thanks to our 5-point plan to improve public safety, subway safety, subway crime is down 10% just since last March.
It's down, y'all. Democrats in their tough on crime approach. Yeah, look, they said they're doing stuff. You know, thanks to our 7-point, you know what, we got a plan that we put together. It involves having mentors down inside of the, so now at one point, this lady brought in the National Guard. That's how bad the subways got. Now, you got to be kidding me. See, the subways, how can I put it? When the subways are a result of them not doing other things that led to the people coming into the subways that are doing bad things. See, the subway itself doesn't have some magical power. As soon as you walk in, you become crazy. What happens is when you allow crazy folks to run around and you're letting them out of jail constantly, you're not convicting them. You're going ahead slapping them on the wrist. You no bail approach, all of that mess. Guess where they end up? In the subway. Okay. Not to mention, now you got to add all the illegal immigrants that's going in Guatemala. We don't have a subway. Now you mean to tell me we can go down there and we can ride for, oh, okay, man, let's go. Adios. Peace. So now, here she is talking about the subways are safe. Do y'all think they're safe? That is one of the main reasons right now why I'm not going to New York until somebody clean this mess up.
And only 2 years since the year 1970 have we had fewer subway crimes than we had this past year. You better check her work. Let me repeat that, so you can all tweet it out.
No, that's all right. I'm good.
Where else?
The ladies, man. No, that's all right. I'm good. Now, see, that's not cool. That's not cool. So now you hear her? She's saying, tweet that mess up. Hey, Big Teeth, why don't you tweet this out?
Would you rather be than right here during the holiday season? Between November and December, we're expecting about 7.5 to 8 million more visitors coming to our city, using public transit, taking our buses and subways.
Wow. Now, I've never seen more teeth from a person that's simply talking in their regular voice than with her. Boy, I tell you, man. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I'm sitting there like all I see is teeth. You're not supposed to see somebody's 2 front teeth that much when they're talking. It's like she don't even have an upper lip. Where's the upper lip? It's all gums and teeth. I'm sorry. Now, what did she say? What did she say? With those big teeth, all her. So anyway, apparently she's inviting people to come to this hellhole right here.
As well as walking our streets. We welcome them. We're excited they're here. But
To
I
the
want
jungle?
them to know when they come through that turnstile that they'll be safe.
And she's talking about her precious illegal immigrants, right? What about the people who actually live in New York? Are they safe?
3 days later.
Oh, no.
Police are calling it one of the most depraved crimes a person could possibly commit against another human being. A woman is dead after being set on fire in the subway. A woman is dead after being set on fire in the subway.
Because we are the safest big city in America.
And they said that this victim didn't even know the suspect. So let's take a look at the video from the scene earlier today. Now, around 7:30 this morning, the victim and the suspect both rode the F train to the end of the line at the Stillwell Avenue subway station. Now, police say the victim was seated when a 33-year-old man, a migrant from Guatemala, who police haven't identified yet.
What'd you just say?
When a 33-year-old man, a migrant from Guatemala.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Oh.
I feel you, Apollo. I feel you, Ricky Bobby. So wait, let me understand this. Once again. Now, the man apparently was caught breaking some type of law in Arizona about 2 years ago and should have been deported right then. I don't care if you jaywalk, if you're an illegal immigrant and you get caught jaywalking, deportation. I don't care if you spit on the sidewalk. If you're here illegally, that's it. You're gone. Okay? Yeah. So these people, we hear this all the time, was caught somewhere, wasn't turned over to ICE, was released right back out into the public, and somehow magically worked its way all the way to New York. How are you able to do that? If I sneak into Russia, you think I can go ahead and start off in some other city or something, work my way to Moscow after I just get caught breaking the laws, in that city. And the first thing they're going to do is be like, are you even supposed to be here? No. I'm mad that we didn't catch you coming across our border. But now that you're here, after running that red light, now we're going to lock you up or either send you back home. But instead, you think Russia will go, let them go, don't worry. And I go right on over to Moscow and end up doing something like this. Everybody would be going, who's the dummy that let this illegal immigrant sneak into our country, break our laws, and then travel across our state, our country, end up breaking another law, this time beyond repair. So now, let me understand, this man from Guatemala thought it was a good idea for some reason. Because, remember Trump said they've been releasing their crazy folks from their asylums as well? Why not? We got dumb Democrats here. So now, not only are our dumb Democrats releasing American folks who got mental issues right back out on the street, American criminals who are violating the law, breaking the law, not only are Democrats releasing both of those people, but now they've imported more of those people from other countries. To the point where you sit there and something in your brain go, this lady is peacefully sleeping. You know what I think is a good idea? Set her on fire. That's what this guy did with a lighter. Let's see what happened. I'm just as shocked as Apollo.
Crime in this country is through the roof, and we have a new form.
And look at Stank Face. You see Stank Face? You see Stank Face looking over there like what is this? What is that look? You straight up trying to make it look, I don't know what he's talking about. He's lying. See, this is why they got their butts beat. Gaslighting us, making us think that what we're seeing and observing is crazy. Yeah, she's sitting there. That's ridiculous.
Of crime is called migrant crime.
A migrant from Guatemala, who police haven't identified yet, approached the female victim and set her on fire with his lighter, her clothes fully engulfed. Now, online videos of the incident, which we're choosing not to air, shows the victim standing on the car, taking steps with her entire body in flames, with the suspect apparently in that same video sitting on a bench just outside of the subway car before he got away. At least one responding officer appears on scene and captured clear images of the suspect on the body-worn camera video.
Yeah, but Big Teeth said that they've been working on that subway, y'all. Big Teeth said, come on, man. Come to New York. It's the safest city ever. Subways are great. Go ahead, jump on it. Now I got to sit there with my eyes wide open, head on a swivel, worried about somebody setting me on fire. But yet they want to throw that young man in prison that choked out that one crazy guy. Well, we need more of them choking out folks on there setting people on fire. Jacob Chansley, I think his name was, or something like that.
Now, so far, again, police say the woman and the man didn't know each other, made no contact before the incident, and it remains unclear why he did it now. But police are crediting 3 high schoolers who recognized the suspect at the J in York Street station and called them. Now, police say the person of interest had a lighter in his pocket when they apprehended him, and he had a gray hooded sweatshirt, blue jeans, and a dark-colored knit hat with a red band and brown boots.
But there's no such thing as migrant crime. Nah, because they don't report it. I mean, if they reported all that migrant crime, yeah, they would even be in worse conditions. Because, see, even then, maybe even some of their bubbleheads who are supporting illegal immigration, because nobody's illegal, would probably even be going, oh, wait a minute, I was on board with this mess. Now that the real crime data is coming in, now I'm starting to see this might just be a problem. Might be a problem. So now that guy right there, that shouldn't be in our country, burn someone alive. What do you even do with this guy now? I mean, deporting him would be a gift. You know, at this point, this dude, man, needs to go. See, but he's in New York. Who knows? Who knows? Alvin Bragg might be like, oh, you know what? We should let him go. Joe Biden, let him go. Who knows? But you notice they're not doing this kind of stuff in Texas, Florida, Ohio. These are places where they'll go ahead and get the chair. They ain't going to forget deporting it. Daniel Penny, thank you. That's what it was. His name. But yeah, man, these are places where I'm going, forget deporting this person. He just burned somebody alive. This man needs to go to the chamber.
Why people on the subways? It is safe. He talked about a supposedly new category of crime called migrant crime. This is basically propaganda.
It's propaganda, y'all. I feel you, Alex, man. But that's what they was telling us when they were trying to get Kamala Harris across the line. And Trump was out there talking about all this crime. Now, they couldn't have that looking bad on the Democrats and on Kamala Harris, like we're about to see in a second, where they've been covering for Joe Biden too, until they couldn't cover it no more. See, so now I'm wondering where that same propaganda is as he see this story. You think he's going to say, is that basically propaganda? You think the lady who got burned alive think it was basically propaganda? Do you understand you lower people's awareness and suspicion when you tell them there's no problem out there? You're setting folks up for failure. Folks need to know the potential danger. You know what? All stereotypes aren't bad, okay? They can save your life. I mean, trust me, there's some atmospheres I go in and it's all minorities, and I'm more suspicious than I am if you'd have dropped me off in the back hills of Alabama. I'm sitting there like, oh, there's a lot of brothers around here. They looking at me like, now I got to go ahead and be like, hey, what's up? All right. Yeah, what you want to do? See, I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to be rolling up my windows. I know certain conditions. Yeah, you look at that, you go, I might be wrong, but hey, I'm willing to take that chance. I'm going to go ahead and err on the side of caution. So when you see a whole bunch of illegal immigrants that you know have been brought into a city, you don't want to be stupid and think that everybody's here and they just mean me well. A lot of them, and I'm not saying every one of them, but a lot of them have a whole different mentality. They come from the streets that we ain't used to. Okay, this man might have did that in Guatemala and got away with it. See, so that stuff don't fly here. But you know what? It is now, though, because of the Democrats in their cities, and Hawker Jeffries is up here telling us that's what the Democrats were focused on. Yeah. So now, guys,
these people are crazy.
These people are crazy. A few weeks ago,
Donald Trump lets Elon Musk follow him around. The way.
Oh, here it goes. Now they send this guy back out, y'all. Remember him when Stormy Daniels had came into the courtroom and he got out there talking about something. Stormy Daniels, she came down the aisle, cascading, drifting in like some type of angel, as her black dress draped gently off her shoulders. And that guy who went ahead and pretty much, did a late night talk show introduction to her. She was gorgeous as she shaded her hips from side to side. So now he's a complete propaganda, complete. And he's so fake and just disingenuous that he can't even sell it. It comes across as so just choreographed, like the Stormy Daniels introduction. And now he's back at it again. They done gave this bum another assignment. Operation Elon is being controlled by Trump. Trump's dominating Elon. Elon's just a little kid to him now.
President Franklin Delano Roosevelt let his little dog follow him around.
Oh.
All over the world, including on voyages across oceans. Donald and Elon's excellent adventure makes perfect sense for Donald, who always needs money.
Wow. Donald always needs money. They just put together stuff. I mean, this guy sits back and says, all right, watch me write this dialogue, this intro that is so just playgroundish. It's like a little girl in 5th grade writing some, she said that you, that she be telling you what to do and you ain't smart. And that's why you always be following her around at the lunch table and stuff like that, because that's what he sounds like. So now on one end, this guy's trying to tell us that Trump is sick of Elon. Elon won't go home. He's disrespecting Elon. He's like, man, go on, that thing. You a bugaboo, Elon. You a bugaboo. But then all of a sudden,
with the richest person in the world beside him, Donald Trump need never talk to another banker in his life. All of Donald's debt issues can be solved by Elon at any moment.
Just making up stuff. I mean, do they really think this is, I wonder how much this bum, and he's a bum, gets paid. I can't wait until he goes out of bed. I want the whole network down. But while it's up, we can make fun of it and highlight how crazy and schizophrenic these people are. And then also, in the meanwhile, it highlights how dumb the folks who watch this man is. Now, let's see if y'all can catch the oxymoron in the two competing narratives that this propagandist is trying to push.
And for Donald, there is the pleasure of putting on public display the richest person in the world's utter subservience to Donald Trump. In public, Donald Trump is Elon's daddy, and Elon is demoted to the status of Trump's son.
Unbelievable, man. Elon's daddy, and Elon is demoted to. So y'all hear that? He's Elon's daddy now and stuff like that. But wait a minute though. See, his wires have to get crossed up because see, all of a sudden something changed politically, and the Democrats now are like, whoa. All right, we got to switch it up now. For a minute, we was trying to make Elon feel like he was the one that was being played. But now the Elon done stepped up and exposed our raggedy bill. We got to flip it and hope that our audience don't catch the conflicting narrative. So, all right, remember, we're still talking about Elon being the puppet.
Status that allows him to stand in front of Eric in the family photograph.
Good grief. One day ago?
Well, here's a couple of things that Donald Trump and his apparent boss, Elon Musk.
Wait a minute. Is this the same guy who was just like, Donald Trump is dragging Elon Musk around like Linus's blanket? That's right. He's wearing Elon on his head like that character off of Fat Albert with the hat pulled all the way down. That's right. So now all of a sudden he goes from that to now Elon is Donald Trump's boss? Can you make up your mind with the propaganda in the line? You're all over the lane. Now I'm wondering if the dumb viewers caught that. I'm wondering if they're starting to go, wait a minute. Maybe they're trying to play us. Maybe this dude is writing monologues, okay, in fiction to move our emotions. Because just last week, he was telling us that Trump was running over Elon. Now Elon's running over Trump. Let's see how this one is going to go ahead and play out.
Do not understand. Elon Musk objected to those compromises in the bill, saying that any Republican who votes for it should be voted out of office. That's how he began his day. Yeah. And only hours after that, after Elon Musk led the way,
what happened?
Only then did Donald Trump catch up with his apparent boss, Elon Musk.
Wow. I mean, can y'all get your lies and propaganda and hoaxes straight? What is it? Is Trump running Elon? Or is Elon running Trump? Make up your mind, man. Good googly moo. Okay? It's kind of like when they say Trump's that's stupid. He's a complete idiot. Doesn't know what he's doing. And then a minute later, he's a diabolical genius. This guy right here knows how to get out of trouble. I mean, he's running a whole diabolical operation. You know what? He's pretty much, he's the Godfather. He's the Don. He's the Don. But now all of a sudden, this guy's trying to keep his propaganda. You know, I guess he thinks, a couple days rather, is enough time for the people who watch his show to forget what he said. Yeah, that could be it. And that might be true, too.
Enjoy.
Round one.
Watch him fight with himself.
Donald Trump lets Elon Musk follow him around.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and
Yeah. Well, guess what?
his apparent boss, Elon Musk, in public.
Oh, no, you didn't. Well, so, well, if you think that's something, then guess what?
Donald Trump is Elon's daddy.
Oh, no, you didn't say that. Well, I got some news for you.
Only then did Donald Trump catch up with his apparent boss, Elon Musk.
You see these two fighting with himself? Donald Trump, okay, is Elon's master, okay? And Elon Musk is Donald Trump's boss. Let that sink in. You see that? So now that guy just had a fight with himself, and everybody's confused.
Oh, man. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Well, no, it makes perfect sense.
What? Why?
These people are crazy.
There it is. That's the only conclusion I could come to. These people are crazy. But see, it's not just the people who's doing this. These people are evil. They're diabolical. See, the people who watch them and believe this crap are the ones that's kind of crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. They ain't crazy like the guy on the train, okay? But you gotta ask yourself, man. It's at some point your common sense and awareness should kick in and start going. Maybe this heavy on Trump is that evil and stuff like. It seems so choreographed and fixed and so projected that maybe this stuff is being done on purpose. Maybe they're messing with my emotions and my feelings. Maybe I need to go ahead and broaden out and start looking at other sources because they seem to have an agenda. When you come out and you write a full-blown paragraph like that, Donald Trump, it seems like you're reading a novel. That's what it seems like. Pretty much you are. So now, guys, the word on the street is Donald Trump is now being ran by Elon. And you already know that when the Democrats go ahead and say something, the news is going to back it up.
There are big fancy college words called oligarchy.
Here we go. Whenever you start hearing certain words, buzzwords, that's the word of the week. Oligarchy. Da-da-da-da. Remember, it was insurrection. Da-da-da-da. I mean, they do it all the time. Keywords. So now it's oligarchy.
About what it means to have this doge.
Start of an oligarchy.
What we are looking at here is oligarchy.
There are big fancy college words called oligarchy, plutocracy that folks tonight might want to look up. It's called ruled by rich folks.
You mean Democrat Party and how they've been operating forever? Oh boy, they solely rely on people not knowing what the Democrat Party is about. Yeah, they rely on that. And that's why he's on CNN. But hey, if they really want to keep their audience completely stupid, they better get rid of this guy. They better get rid of this guy because he's a stupid slayer. He's a stupid slayer. So let's see what he has to do to Crime Van right here talking about an oligarchy.
And that's what we're dealing with. A bunch of rich folks, two rich people threw a fit online and threw the government upside down.
Wait a minute, you big fat crybaby Van. It wasn't two people, rich guys online, that they threw a fit online and they threw the government upside down. You think they could have done that by themselves? You think if what they had put out online wouldn't have mattered to the voters, you think it would have even impacted anything? Just because they say something doesn't mean, everybody should just say, well, you know what? They said it, so I'm going to do it. Conservatives process differently, okay? We're not sheep. So when Elon went ahead and put out what that bill, consisted of, it took the people. You think the Republicans were afraid of Elon and Vivek? And so they were worried based on the MAGA voters saying, what the heck are they trying to pull? Hold up. Wait a minute. I know they ain't. Hello? Is this the rhinos? Okay. All right. Yeah. Look here, man. Y'all better put a squash on that bill. You understand me? Don't make me come down there and shove this satellite phone up your butt. So now, because the people got crazy and said, that's bullcrap. Thank you, though. thank you, Elon, for letting us know. Because, see, this is something we lack. Transparency. See, if it was the old ways, they would just try to slide that mug quietly in the night. If we didn't have X and all of that stuff, and if Elon didn't put that up there, only hardcore Republican that really follow politics and be watching the debates and following all of that stuff, they might hear bits and pieces of some pork that was put in there. See, they might catch that and say, man, that's some bullcrap. But now all of a sudden, Doge has made it accessible to all of us. We don't have to sit back and wonder. They done laid the pork out for us and said, now all of these people want y'all to eat this pork. That's what they want. And so now we can go to a place where we can see the pork, and they don't like that. They don't like transparency. And I'm wondering why they mad about this. If they're going to get mad, don't get mad at Elon. Basically, if you get mad at Elon, you get mad at us because we saw it and said, yeah, that's a bunch of bull crap.
That is not good for America. Now,
no, it's not good for the Democrats and our rhinos. That's what it's not good for. They don't want to work. Yeah, you think they want to be sitting back, staying up at night writing bills? No, they're like, hey lobbyists, what do y'all want? Y'all gonna be donating though, right, to our cause and so our campaign. Okay, so how about you guys write the bills? You guys write the bills, submit them to us. We'll run it past our aides. Then they'll give us the overall gist of it, and then we'll sign it. There we go.
Did the bill go from big to little? What happened is that the bipartisan deal that got struck by elected officials of our country were overthrown by two billionaires throwing a fit, and it's not even January.
No. See, you're missing the point, Van. You don't understand the power of the people. Okay, all right. See, if it was a dirty, nasty, stinking Democrat who put some information out there, they wouldn't have got that result. Nobody would be like, oh, you know what? That's it. I'm about to call in and. See, it's only, look, the way I see it is this. For Republicans to take action, it got to be something serious, like protesting. You think we got time to be going and protesting over stupid stuff? If I get out of my chair right here, leave with the man truck, and go somewhere to protest, it ain't going to be no bullshit. It's going to be something serious, man. We don't protest for nothing. I feel like I'm accomplished. You think we accomplished anything today? We tied ourselves to the street. That was great, wasn't it? Yeah. You think we changed any minds? We don't do that mess. For us to come off the bench, it got to be something serious. So this guy is trying to make it seem like it was Elon telling us to do it or something that made folks just do it. No, we saw it and said, that's bullcrap. And I'm glad it's been brought to our attention. Now let's use our influence as the voters to let these folks know, don't y'all take y'all raggedy butts home. Where you think you're going? Get your butt back in there and finish coming up with something that is palatable. So now Van Jones wants to make it seem like it's just Elon. He called the shots and it had nothing to do with us.
What's your take on that?
Well, if Van is concerned about unelected officials running the government, I would invite him to review the last 4 years of the Biden administration and maybe pick up the Wall Street Journal this week. We've apparently had a president that's so diminished that his staff has been hiding it from the American people and making key decisions on behalf of our government.
Scott! He's smacking Van around. No wonder. Yeah. Make him cry some more. Yeah, man. So now wait a minute, Van. You're not worried about George of the Jungle. You know who I'm talking about. Yes, Trump is an anomaly. The evil emperor who's buying up all kind of radio stations and lawyers and prosecutors and judges and Democrats. You're not worried about that oligarchy right there, huh, Van? Yeah, huh, Van? Yeah. I don't think Elon and Vivek and all of them has an agenda to make sure our society or civilization just deteriorate. Yeah. I don't think that's their goal and agenda. But nonetheless, you're not worried about that oligarchy, right? Yeah, you're not worried about the fact that that puppet that you cried over. This man cried over who I'm about to show y'all in a few minutes. Today is a day I could tell my daughters. We all saw Van giving up the tears And now he's getting a verbal lashing by Scott.
Despite never having been elected to anything at all. So if you're concerned about it tonight, maybe take a look over the last 4 years.
Yeah, in your face, Van. That's what all these Democrats need to go ahead and be reminded of.
Look, I think ultimately all's well that ends well. The government did not shut down. We're not in any kind of crisis over the holidays here. And when the Republicans get sworn in January and Trump comes to the office on January the 20th, they're going to have to come together as a team and decide, are we going to work together or not? That's ultimately how you get things done in a legislative body.
Yeah. And also having somebody in the background to say, look here, man. All right. Now you can do this the hard way or the easy way. See? And it's kind of like having, a backup plan for your authority or your power. you take a police officer, for example. The badge, is there for respect. Yeah. But just in case you don't want to obey the badge, you got to obey the Glock. See, there it is. So now that they got somebody kind of looking over their shoulder as our Rhino party exists or coexists with the MAGA party, they got somebody now snooping around. And they're saying now, y'all guys should just do the right thing because we got a mandate. I mean, we helped you get the House and the Senate, and we got the presidency. I would hope y'all would just respect the presidency and what Trump is trying to do. But just in case, Elon will have you primary and finance that. So we'll use him as the gun. There you go. Respect Trump. You know what he wants. You know the agenda. You know what we want. But if y'all don't want to roll like that, go get the Glock. They ain't going to. Now you go, all right, that wait. Okay, all right. That's what had to happen.
But we actually are now getting our first taste. This is it, live and in living color, about what it means to have this Doge, right, out here.
Doge, right? This Doge. I'm going to go get up here. Do you want one? We're talking to the lady who pretended she was for years.
And what that's going to mean, and that's where Elon Musk's fingerprints are all over this. Because, for example, what this bill says is, let's get rid of funding for research on pediatric cancer. Let's get rid of funding.
Forget all that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we don't want none of that research because Republicans want to see people die of cancer. We don't like that stuff. We don't like that stuff. We're like, oh, why do they need help? Why are we looking for research for this? Yeah, they always go to the kids. Now, understand, guys, Chuck Schumer has not brought that bill to be voted on about that research for cancer and all the stuff she's talking about with the kids. But yet, for some reason, though, somehow it's Elon and them that don't want that to happen. Why haven't Chuck Schumer brought this up?
Research on early detection of cervical cancer and breast cancer. Let's get rid of funding for research on children with Down syndrome.
And I'm sure that's what Elon and Vivek was sitting around as they were going through all of that Swiss cheese in that bill. What the heck? Research for kids with cancer? And you know what? They need to rub a little dirt on it. That'll cure that up. And they don't need all that mess. They're kids. All right, though. What else? Research on breast cancer. Are you serious? See, this is the games that they play without giving you the details. And trying to sit back and make it seem like Republicans are just pinching the pennies at the expense of real, legitimate issues that, I could say, now, that might be important, but ain't giving you the details, the fact that, why ain't Chuck Schumer bring that bill to the nobody, y'all just held on to it. Why ain't Chuck push that mess? See, don't blame it on Elon and all of them, but they got to bring up the kids, though. They can't talk about all of the other stuff in that bill that makes no sense, like giving them some type of shield so that nobody can look into their emails. Why is she bringing that up? Why isn't she bringing up their unnecessary raise? Why is she bringing that stuff up?
And on sickle cell anemia. Let's get rid of those things so that we can make way for tax cuts for billionaires. That is Elon.
That's it. So they can make way for taxpayers, billionaires. I mean, they are so fake. It's always billionaires and trillionaires, but yes, she's a millionaire. How in the world did this ugly chick become a millionaire? I don't understand, guys. So wait, They only include the billionaires when they start getting on their high soapbox. They don't include the millionaires because I guess when you're a millionaire, you're virtuous. You're virtuous. It's only when you crack 1 billion. So you can have $999 million. And then you get one more dollar and it becomes a billionaire. Now you're evil. Now you're evil. So the tax cuts for billionaires, that's always a punchline. Of course, the kids and all of that stuff.
On Musk's notion of efficiency. It is.
Republicans are marching America to a painful government shutdown that will crash the economy and hurt working class.
Crash the economy. Worse than you guys already did. Y'all. Oh, shoot. You feel something? Man, what was that? So now these folks done crashed the economy a long time ago, but here he's talking about that. Crash the economy. So now, cutting all of that garbage out of that bill, that's what, a bad thing? I mean, justify all of this stuff that Elon Musk highlighted and tell me why that stuff is important and why you guys should be holding it up and fighting for it. Tell me, Hawker, how does any of those things benefit us? How does building a stadium in Washington benefits us? So he can't tell you that. I think spending money on unnecessary projects like this crashes the economy.
Americans, because they would rather enact massive tax cuts for their billionaire donors than fund cancer research.
Oh, God. Same old talking points. All right, everybody, you got your talking points. Break. Let's go out to the mic. Remember, tax cuts for billionaires. Elon Musk now is the president. And the kids, they want to see kids go ahead and I'm going, good grief. y'all can't switch it up a bit? Make it look like this ain't so coordinated?
The children. God, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Because that's the only way we would even know what's in this bill. Otherwise, the conspiracy between the government and Twitter would have continued and this would have all been covered up.
Thank you. Tell Dana Trash what time it is. As she's sitting there going, that's why we wanted to shut Elon down. Because we needed Twitter to be used as a propaganda piece for us. That darn Elon. We got to get him. We got to get him.
But the fact is that Elon Musk exposing this meant that every one of our offices was inundated with calls from our constituents.
Well, look at that. So you're telling me it was the people who actually caused the Democrats and Republicans, rather, to say, nah, we can't pass this mess. That's what you're telling me? Because, see, according to them, it's just Elon. It ain't had nothing to do with us. Because they want people to focus on Elon Musk because he's the target right now. Him and, of course, Vivek, but really Elon because he got that platform and all of that money.
The American public wanted to see this change.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was speaking on behalf of the American public. Again, he's just the president-elect. The current president is AWOL, but Donald Trump stepped up and said, look, this is what needs to happen. And I think all of my constituents were there, or the calls at least that I got in my office. Elon Musk's transparency helped make that happen.
And that's what they hate. Boy, these next 4 years are going to be great. Can you imagine an administration that comes out and says, these drones, what they actually are? Yeah, an administration comes out and say, hey, anybody's interested in seeing what's in the next bill, just log on to this website. You can see it. An FBI that says, all right, here's our update on that fake behind pipe bomber. Here's the information about Trump's assassination attempts. Can you imagine that? I mean, that right there is crazy. It's madness to these raggedy, nasty, stinking politicians. But Dana Trash is going to try to fire back.
Well, I think as a senator voting, I presume that you do your best to read the bills that you're voting on. I understand.
Do you? Do they? I mean, the other day we just saw Dick Durbin when the person came out there. Do you think Congress deserves a raise? What? We're getting a raise? Well, that's good news. I didn't even know that. Do they read them, Dana Trash? And how can they? If you get them a day before what? Christmas break. All right, guys, I know you got 10 minutes before your plane leaves, but there you go. Can you go ahead and read through that real quick and sign it?
And it was quite large at the beginning, but to say that it was only Elon Musk that made people aware of what was in it, that can't be true.
No, it is true. And I'm going to tell you why it's true, data trash. Because you're not just talking about making the Republicans, congressmen and women, aware of it. Elon Musk made us aware of it. See, that's what she's leaving out. She act like we don't have a right to know what's in these bills. So if we just leave it up to just the Republicans, they would have did what they always do. Just straight up, oh man, forget it. It's late, man. I'm trying to get out of here, man. We're gonna look bad if we shut it down. We're gonna let the Democrats go ahead and say blame us. So we can't do that. We can't do that. Let's just go ahead and give them what they want. See, so that's what would have happened. I don't give a darn if these people know what's in the bill. I want to know what's in the bill. And that's the difference. Elon Musk is making everybody accessible to seeing what's in that trash, and Dana Trash is mad about it.
No, I'm not saying it was only Elon Musk. We're all struggling to read it, to digest an over 1,500-page bill that we were literally given just hours to comb through.
Now, all of a sudden...
Oh, look at this witch. Look at this witch with the biggest ears I've ever seen. She got some Dumbos on the side of that head to match that big nose. Good grief. Big ears, big nose. 70, probably 5 years old with purple hair. So now let's see this lady out here with Three Stooges haircut right there. But she got something to say about Trump and Elon.
We have an outside influence who believes, I think he is president, and that's President Musk.
Here it is.
Has not elected, has no authority, and trying to really...
Really? She got that Jimmy Duran, ha-cha-cha-cha. Boy, ha-cha-cha-cha. She got a nose for days on that. That nose. So now you see her with that big nose looking confused right there from the side. Big nose, big ears. So let's finish hearing what she got to say about Elon Musk now running our country.
Upend what the services are to the American people.
Upend what the services are to the American people. Now, how do one like this just get into office? I don't understand. We better get to the bottom of what Trump got to say about these rumors.
They're on a new kick. Russia, Ukraine, all the different hoaxes. And the new one is President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening.
Thank you for clearing that up, Trump. Thank you for clearing that up. Because they're wise enough to know what's going on here. I mean, they think they're on the playground. They think that Trump and Elon and all of us are like 7 years old and we don't realize we're being manipulated. I mean, good grief. But they're acting like children. They're starting rumors like children. They're doing playground tactics. This is the style of the Democrat Party and, of course, the fake news trying to pretend that they're just asking questions like fake rapper here.
Point out, Jay, because a lot of the focus has been on obviously President Trump weighing in, and he rightly should weigh in. But where is Joe Biden? He's the sitting president of the United States. Nobody has heard a word from Joe Biden or the White House.
Crickets for creepy? We ain't heard nothing from creepy, man, except a couple gaffes here and there. I wonder what he's up to these days, especially for the Christmas holidays. But you know what? They're not worried about him. See, because remember, Trump's our president now. See, he's our president now. So they don't even think about creepy. They don't even build him into the equation when it comes down to their segments right here. They're not even going to, and Joe Biden came out the other day and he addressed the whole bill and he said, and he met with the members of they know not to even insert Joe Biden because they know he's useless. He's done. This dude right now in his head is already retired. So he just brought that up and fake crapper got to lean his head over like that. Yeah, that's a good point. I better not say nothing.
And we're 8 hours away from a government shutdown. This is why Washington is so broken. You talk about the fact that we got to this point of a government shutdown. Go down the hall in the Senate. Chuck Schumer passed exactly 0 appropriations bills through the Senate floor this year.
But why don't y'all be bringing that stuff up though? Huh, fake crapper? Because you're propaganda.
0. So there is a lot of work ahead of us.
Yeah, it's
but
interesting.
We cannot shut the government down at this moment.
I certainly understand what you're saying, but at the same time, with all due respect, sir, you're going after the top Democrat in the Senate and a lame duck Democratic president. Your conference, the House Republican Conference, we go through this every single time Republicans control the House.
Well, I mean, first of all, when the Republicans control the House, even though we do have rhinos, there is at least some effort to fight to try to keep Democrats dang on pork out of it. Because if the Democrats had the House and the Senate, they would just pass all that pork and wouldn't care. See? But when we have the House, the reason we go through this is because at least Republicans are going, what is this crap? They try to pretend at least put up a fight, even though they always tap out until this time. Because we had that Glock. We had that backup this time. Don't get back out there now. Where you think you're going, man? Go on back in there now. Okay, I'm going. All right. So let's go back to the drawing board. Is he still out there? Is Elon with all of his money stuff? Okay, now let's continue. So now here he is trying to pretend that it's only when the Republicans there's a reason why this happens all the time when Republicans have the House.
Guys can't pass legislation. You can't govern.
Respectfully, Jake, we've actually passed a lot of
Spending legislation, government funding legislation. I'm talking about government funding legislation.
We've passed a lot of legislation that has languished down the hall in the Senate.
Government funding legislation.
Yeah, so I guess what Fake Crapper is suggesting is that we should just not even care about what we're spending, how much we're spending, what the budget is, what it's being spent on. We shouldn't care about that. We should just pass the budget for budget's sake. We shouldn't even eyeball it and go, is this necessary? Do we really need that? Can't we do it? Yeah, we shouldn't do that. Just so we can make sure we're just passing it. Just any amount, anything put in there, just pass it. Because to Democrats, that's governing. Spending more money is governing on unnecessary stuff. And they don't want us to know what that unnecessary stuff is. But those days is over.
Every time we go through this.
Respectfully, we passed a number of appropriations bills through the House floor. We passed all 12 through committee. We couldn't even get to a conference committee because Chuck Schumer and Senate Democrats, again, passed exactly 0 bills.
Zero.
So, yes, I get the frustration. I'm as frustrated as anybody. We have a tight majority in the House right now. We are currently still in a divided government. Senate Democrats are in control in the Senate, and Joe Biden is in control of the White House.
Now,
there he is. As we get ready to get out of here, because y'all thought I forgot, pretend that Creepy Sleepy was in good shape. Now they all got to come out and make a confession. And as we close, we're about to see an example of some pure 100% hypocrisy. But now, before we do that, we done located Creepy. Here's Creepy's Christmas.
Asher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen.
Look at Creepy
on
playing with that
Comet,
rubber
on
ball.
Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top
There, you want this donut? You don't like donuts, huh, kid?
of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away all.
You see that kid take that mess and throw it away? Get this creepy ball out of here. I don't know where that ball has been. Yeah, man, my kid would have been sitting in there. All right, now listen, Tommy, if he touches you or if he gives you anything, throw it away. We got to sanitize your hands, okay? So now, here's Creepy. He's basically reduced to sitting there watching the kids playing with a rubber ball, and then they're going to allow him to talk. And see, now we're going to find out why Creepy's not negotiating this bill.
I don't get no respect from anyone.
I don't get no respect. That's right. Oh, yeah. Tough crowd. Oh, yeah. I don't get no respect. So now, here's Creepy. I guess Jill said you could talk for like, 30 seconds?
Got a future president. There's a president right there, right?
Yes.
So anyway, you're in our prayers, you're in our thoughts, and thank you for letting us join you. Yeah.
You hear that baby talk? Yeah, that's in his mind, he's the same age as that toddler right there. That's what he's doing. So now he done reverted back to infant stage.
Uh-oh.
Don't put that mic in your mouth like a baby.
Yeah, a little creepy.
Yeah, I'll say. Little creepy. So now we know why Joe Biden's not out there trying to negotiate bills or deals or anything like that. Pretty much Jill is running the deal. So guys, apparently the fake news has caught up with what we've always known. That Joe Biden has been blew out mentity for years. And this one guy, he had the nerve to come out and try to make a confession that he should have been a little better when it comes down to asking questions about creepy. Okay. But thanks to this internet channel called Trump Fan, he put together some side-by-side clips to show this person's pure 100% uncut hypocrisy. So let's go ahead. It's a lesson. This dude gives us a lesson in hypocrisy right here as we close.
Porter, I have a confession to make. I should have pushed harder earlier for more information about Joe Biden's mental and physical well-being and any signs of decline. So
yeah, that's what he said. He should have pushed harder, y'all.
Let me explain.
Yeah, please.
I worked at CNN through 2022.
And see, that's your problem right there. Yeah, you worked at CNN. Fake news.
People would regularly...
Oh, wait, what's this? There's why Donald Trump can totally win in 2020. Okay.
Republicans would regularly ping me and say, why don't you ask more questions to Joe Biden and how he's doing? And I would sort of brush them off because...
Brush him off? He would brush him off? See, I can't read backwards. Every election... See, my channel still is flipped, so I can't read it backwards and I can't see it through there. What is he saying? Something about every election, something jigger. That's all right. Y'all can read it. As long as y'all can read it, let's continue.
What I would say is, well, there's no obvious evidence that he's declining. Yeah, he moves a little slower, he talks a little slower, but there's no evidence that he's declining.
You hear that, fool? You hear him trying to justify why he never went hard in on Biden. Okay, now remember, guys, this guy's trying to convince us that, yeah, now that all the information come out, I kind of recognize that, now I can kind of see. But look how he was treating Trump, y'all.
Is Donald Trump suffering severe cognitive decline? His speeches have grown darker, harsher, longer, angrier, less focused, more profane, and increasingly fixated on the past.
Wow! Now that's a big contrast between him talking about creepy and him talking about Trump. Why wasn't he asking those tough questions about creepy? Why wasn't he making those harsh statements about creepy? This guy's trash, and I'm going to expose him.
And the people around Joe Biden were absolutely adamant that suggesting anything, asking the question about whether he was in some physical, mental, or both decline was offensive.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you. They wouldn't let you ask all those questions. And because, you know, I guess since you don't have no spine or no backbone, I mean, I thought the media was supposed to override all of those politicians in the administration say, don't ask questions. I thought you were supposed to say, get out my way. I'm going to ask the question because, see, we're holding you guys accountable. All right? Truth to power. That's what we're here to do. So I guess this guy is conceding to the fact that they said that I wouldn't be right if I asked these questions about creepy. They made me feel bad if I were to start asking too many tough questions. You're telling me your eyeballs that we just saw creepy falling up steps on stage. You're telling me your eyeballs didn't demand answers? You saw all of that we saw? And what? You just took the word of the press secretary that he's fine? Okay. Well, maybe he's... Are you about to ask about his age? That's ageism. I'm sorry. But when it came to Trump, what did he say?
And I say this as someone who has, for the past 9 years, gone through virtually every Trump speech, debate performance, line by line.
Did you do that for creepy? Because I did. I don't understand. Notice during this whole time, up until that debate, We never heard them quoting Joe Biden's speeches. They never even brought up any of those gaffes. Nothing. Isn't that odd? All of those gaffes he left around, trails and trails of trash of gaffes everywhere, and they never quoted him. But every day they was quoting something that Trump said. Every day. So as he was combing through Trump's speeches looking for something he could bend and twist, he was letting all the creepy gaffes just go by.
Literally reading it for it.
Bullshit.
If you look at Donald Trump, just take the first debate he did with Hillary Clinton in 2016. If you take that debate performance, and you compare it to the debate he did with Kamala Harris on September 10th, 2024,
what about it?
You will notice he is slower. His verbal command is not as wide.
Now, how in the world did this propaganda was able to see all of that in Trump? He had the keen, sharp eye. He was diagnosing all over the place. Now, you can see there. See the way he turns his head right there? That shows right there rigor mortis. Rigor mortis is actually setting into his neck, because you know how he had like Selena's head like this to the side? That's a sign of rigor mortis. And then when he switches over here right there, that's a bursitis. So he's suffering from bursitis on this side and rigor on this side. There's Bell palsy. Notice his lip kind of swollen. Why is this guy able to go through and diagnose Trump and he ain't holding back nothing? He ain't pausing to say, what if I'm wrong? Do you know what? I might look bad for saying all this stuff. No, he's going all in on Trump. But look at how he treated Biden.
The words he uses are more limited.
The press are liars. They're terrible people.
Well, I did ask the question from time to time of, not directly the White House, but aides and people around in that.
You hear that? He did ask questions from time to time. So wait, you weren't doing your little podcast like, why is Creepy Sleepy falling up steps? Why is Sleepy Joe sleeping all the time? Why is Joe walking like he got wooden legs with real feet? Why doesn't Joe know where to go? Why? You weren't asking that? That's from time to time. Unbelievable.
An orbit. I didn't really push on it, if I'm being honest.
Why not?
Now, once I left CNN and once it became a little bit more clear to me about Biden's age, I think I did write pretty regularly and talk pretty regularly about how I wasn't sure that this guy was up to.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure what this guy was up to. After I left CNN, I thought, now, do you hear this fake guy? I mean, I don't know what kind of podcast he has. I hope it goes under. So now, there he is trying to give us an excuse and pretend that he didn't see Joe Biden's decline up until later on. And then when he did ask a couple questions, they made him feel kind of bad and stuff. And so he just gave up. He just gave up and didn't ask. But yet, when it comes to Trump,
the fluency with which he speaks, just sort of the cadence, the way in which he speaks, is slower and a little bit more halting. His tendency to wander off in terms of thought patterns is higher.
You got to be kidding me. This is a perfect example. I thank the Trump fan for putting this together. If you ever want to know what propaganda looks like, media bias looks like, this fool out here saying things like Trump's the speech is drawn out. I mean, his mind trickles off. And you're telling me that you didn't see any of that with Joe Biden? None of it. I mean, I guess the revelation started coming clear after they wanted to get rid of him, after that debate. Then all of a sudden, hey, you know what? Joe is kind of slow a little bit. You know what? Now it's all starting to make sense. He didn't ask permission to diagnose Trump, though.
You just notice. If you look at 2016 Trump and 2024 Trump, there's a discernible difference there. The reason that I bring this up is in the last 48 hours, there have been two stories, one by the New York Times and one by the Wall Street Journal.
What about it?
That document the decline of Joe Biden.
Oh, because it's safe now? So now all of a sudden, you're trying to come out and regain some type of, I guess, credibility by saying that I should have pushed harder. I kind of recognized it then, but I was torn and all of this stuff. And man, now that this information has come out, I don't want y'all to recognize that I'm a big, fat, stinking liar and I was carrying water for Biden and I was targeting Trump. I don't want y'all to now start saying, wait a minute, you telling me all these reports came out? Why did this bum miss all of that? So now he got to make his people who watches his podcast think that I didn't actually miss it. I wasn't really overlooking it and carrying water for it and pretending that Joe was fine. I wasn't really doing that. I was just confused, and everybody was attacking people for asking questions. And I mean, I kind of saw it, and I asked a couple. He's trying to go ahead and save face now because the monkey's out the bag. That monkey's gone. He's running down the street on them knuckles, swinging branch to branch. Everybody knows that monkey's out there going crazy, man. So now he got to pretend that I kind of knew that. But when it came to Trump, he was definitive, y'all. He was diagnosing him and everything.
How we probably should have known then and reported then what we know now.
Joe Biden is not playing with a full deck.
We knew that.
He's not somebody you can have as your president.
Probably should have known then and reported then what we know now.
Now, I have to tell you, he's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. He's even slower than he used to.
Now, how did I diagnose that? How did I figure that out before this propaganda? How did I know as soon as Joe came out talking about hair on his legs and kids rubbing up and down his legs? How did I know right then that guy was in mental decline? But kind of, maybe I noticed a thing or two. The bike, I should have asked questions then, or maybe when he fell up the steps or over in Europe and they had to grab him, and maybe.
Probably should have known then and reported then what we know now.
Maybe when he said international depression, isolate and punish China, I should have known. Maybe when he said Barack and I feel it's a right to have Vatican care. Maybe I should have said, what is Vatican care? Maybe I should have said, what is international depression? Maybe when he said America could be summed up in one word, or maybe I should have said, what does that word mean? Why is Joe making up words? Maybe I should have said that. But instead, we ran around talking about that. Don't attack him. He has a stuttering problem.
No, I'd rather run against, I think, Biden than anybody. I think he's the weakest mentally. And I like running against people that are weak mentally. I think Joe is the weakest up here.
Probably should have known then and reported then what we know now.
Boy, these cats are fake, man. How do they live with themselves? Boy, I'm telling you, this is how you know he's lying. Because if this guy is telling the truth, that makes him one of the dumbest humans in news. Just like the rest of them that covered for him. That's now trying to pretend that we should have saw it. Or, yeah, I did see it. No, if you would have saw it, that man would have never made it through his whole presidency. See, if y'all would have really been going after him like y'all pretended to go after Trump with that hoax, Trump's in mental decline, people would have demanded that Biden gets bounced out. When Biden had that darn debate, there were actual people who were shocked, absolutely shocked. The first thing, never seen it. They're like, what the heck? This dude is messed up. I'm going, you didn't know that? No, man, I didn't even know. So if they would have done the job, Biden would have never made it. So now let's continue as we close. He's giving us excuses, y'all.
He's dumb at his best day.
And he's dumb at his best day.
He's not having his best day right now. He's dumb as a rock.
About the fact that I probably should have pushed harder on the Biden age stuff.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you? Remember, the press right there, we got a free. Why didn't you push harder? Oh, because you're propaganda. And your talking points was to cover for that bag of bones. That's what it was. Don't y'all let that monkey out the bag that this dude is blew out from day one. Yeah.
Because in retrospect, it's clear that the people close to him knew that at best he had some good days and some bad days.
But this guy is a propaganda. He's still lying. Still lying that people close to him at best knew he had some good. He was blew out from day one. From day one, not to mention that not the people close to him. I knew it. Okay. See, so don't be trying to go ahead and pass that off. Somebody said I'm blurry. Don't be trying to go ahead and pass that off as just the people who knew him and was really close to him. Don't try to push that mess. Yeah, you should have known it. Everybody who just observed him for a few moments knew it. But here he is. Somebody said, blurry there too? Let's wait and see if it clears up. I said, it clears up. Yeah, I do have Nala and Gizmo. I'll show y'all them before I get out of here. Pretty fizzy? What the? Yep, blurry. Hold on. Let me see something. Give my internets a second. Come on, internets. Man, it's not even showing over here. And I got like 3 minutes left. Let's see here. Must be Gizmo. See, man, YouTube, man. YouTube. So now let me see. Let me know. Let me see. You telling the truth. I am. I'm exposing this hypocrite too. Yeah. Kev went ghost. Am I timing out though? Can y'all still see me? Or am I just like, do I look like I'm pop locking? Huh? You said we can? Good now? So the internet's done. Oh, somebody said blurry. See? So now we're going to have multiple people. Some people going to be like, you good here? Other people going to be like, blew out, man. Blurry. All right, let me see. Let me get this phone. See, I got one of the backups, the old ones. I want to see how I look this way. I could tell. Blurry still? Bunch of. It's my internets. Yeah, that could be. Nala and Gizmo might be in there chewing on everything right now. I don't even know. Somebody said I'm fine. Okay, fourth dimension. I see the dogs. All right, I don't know why this phone taking forever to go ahead and boot up. Dang on it, I paid good money for this trash back in the day. It says, but the sound is good. Oh, yeah, but then y'all can't see me making my funny and stupid faces and stuff to make y'all laugh. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, since the sound is good, and try to go, because we only got like 2 or 3 minutes left. It says, can hear you fine. I tell you, man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So either it's the sound or it's the picture, but either way, it's something. Always some problem. Dang on it. Make me sick. All right, now let's see here. Let's see if I can see myself. All right. First of all, let's see if I got a notification. Oh, this phone about to die. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me plug it in. All right. Yeah, you ain't going to die on me. Okay, now there I am. Look at that. That's me. That's me, y'all. That's me. I know that guy. All right. And it looks like I'm clear there. So I'm going to keep going because we only got a few minutes left. All right. So now, I forgot what I was saying about this propaganda who's showing us pure hypocrisy. But I'm sure he'll go ahead and remind me. Here we go.
June 27th, the debate clearly was a bad day. But if the bad day was that bad as he performed on that debate stage, the fact that he had been president without a whole lot of questions being asked about his physical and mental decline
shows that you guys weren't doing your jobs. Y'all shouldn't have got that revelation on the day he did the stupid debate. And y'all should have been asking questions all the way through. So basically what y'all did is shadow government to go ahead and run our country. Now, that part about all of this that makes me upset is we have no idea who authorized Afghanistan pullout. No idea who really is responsible for opening up that border. We have no idea, who's responsible for many, probably all of the decisions that allegedly Joe Biden made. No idea. And yet the Democrats are here whining about Elon Musk, Vivek. They're transparent and open. Right now, for all I know, dang on Black Gate Drop could have said, let's pull out of Afghanistan. Okay. We have no idea. And the fact that he was so messed up mentally, he was easily influenced. So even if he did have moments of lucidity, I'm sure they were like, you should do this. You think so? Yeah. I mean, it's important. Okay, let's do it. But yet they're here whining about Elon, and this bump's talking about that maybe we should have asked questions.
And I'll add the fact that he continued to be president from June 27th until January 20th, 2025, I think is a little bit concerning.
I think it's a little bit concerning while you covered for him. But yet, look what he did to Trump, y'all.
And you see that in his speeches as well, and in the interviews he gives as well. He absolutely rambles more. Remember, 82 minutes is his average campaign speech now versus 45 minutes in 2016. That is absolutely noticeable. And begs the question of, like, what? When did people near him know? What did they know? And why did they not share?
Look at this guy. Trying to be inquisitive now, but none of that was with Trump. He didn't ask no questions, and then he just went ahead and made statements. Yeah, Trump was blew out. He's dragging out his speeches. He's wandering off. He's trailing off. He's doing Nancy Pelosi's bidding when she said, Donald Trump is obviously in mental decline, and he's not going to last 4 years with his brain deteriorating like that. He's doing exactly what Nancy Pelosi did. Went out there and just diagnosed Trump, made up something, but now all of a sudden, the people close to him should have known. No, you didn't have to be close to Biden to know that. You could have been on 10 buck too. Somebody said no sound. You ain't get no sound? Oh, shoot, no sound? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, you could have been anywhere and noticed that. All right, let's close it out.
Protecting Biden's privacy, but he's the president of the United States. I think a lot of people on this site and other ways, other places, particularly on the left, like to conclude that Donald Trump has some sort of severe cognitive decline happening.
There it is. So now you see the hypocrisy. Donald Trump has severe mental decline happening. And he never once questioned Joe Biden's mental decline. This guy needs to be ran off the internets, not because of censorship, but because of common sense.
And we don't know how far back signs of this physical and mental decline went, whether it's dementia, which many people have diagnosed him with from afar, or some other sort of major cognitive issue. Lots and lots of people on the left, especially, insist that these are signs that Donald Trump is in the midst of a real cognitive erosion, a major cognitive erosion.
Now that right there should have, this guy literally was out there diagnosing Trump and just straight lying. And yet here he is now trying to justify why he didn't catch Joe Biden's decline.
Was a shame factor that went into that. People around Biden
That's why he didn't ask
make
questions.
you feel bad when you asked whether he was up to the job of being president, running for president again, and serving as president for another 4 years.
No, it was the fake news who did that. Every time anybody asks about him, you're shaming him because he's old. You know what? You're picking on him because he has a stuttering problem. You guys did that.
I don't think there is any doubt, that between 2016 and today, Donald Trump has had some elements of cognitive decline. I agree with absolutely all those things. Journalists, and I put myself here.
No, you didn't.
We should have been pushier.
No, you're not a journalist.
I should have. I don't want to speak for everyone. I should have not let the shame campaign to make you feel bad for asking the question get to me. I think he has gotten slower.
You didn't get no shame there?
He uses much less vocabulary. The Times piece says that he speaks with the vocabulary of a fourth grader.
A fourth grader.
Fourth grade vocabulary. Most politicians speak with about an eighth grade vocabulary. And then let the public make.
But yet Joe spoke with words that we couldn't understand. He spoke with words we couldn't understand. And so I don't understand why this guy's talking about Trump's vocabulary being a fourth grade vocabulary and Joe not having a vocabulary at all.
Make up their own mind. But I think at least for the first couple of years of his presidency, maybe the first 3 years, the image of him as a older but hale and hearty older man prevailed. Yeah. And I'm not sure based on these two stories, the Journal story and the Times story, I'll link to both below, but also just all the reporting we've seen since June 27th, since the debate. I'm not sure that was an accurate, in fact, I don't think at all that was an accurate depiction of his physical and mental state. I think
Well, look at that. He just got that revelation. But let's remind him this last time of how he treated Trump. Because you know what? Hypocrisy!
all those things are true. I just don't think they're proof of much of anything other than he is definitely experiencing a level of cognitive decline relatively consistent with aging. And that cognitive decline would continue, even if there is no major health event, would continue for the next 4 years, which if he was president, he would be the oldest person ever to be president of the United States at age 82.
You hear that guy? So now, that guy right there needs to see that whole montage of him side by side lying. So either that man needs to come out and confess, I'm stupid, and I couldn't even see and recognize that Joe Biden was blew out from day one, or I'm a lying, stinking news person who got fired, which is good, okay? Because if I'm reporting the news like that, I don't deserve to be on anybody's network. But it goes to show, guys, what we're up against when it comes down to the fake news. They're not going to get less fake. They're probably going to get faker. And you would think that they would start to pull back on being that fake after this win. But nah, they're still testing the waters of fakeness. So somebody said, Kev, did Gizmo get a haircut? Nah, it's coming in January. They're getting their haircut. And him and Nala, they got some new toys. So they're both there fighting over the toys, I think. And I did promise y'all to give y'all a dose of them. So if y'all got a few seconds, I'll call them in here. Hopefully they're up for a cameo. Let's see. Man, Gizmo be on it. He's like, what? Did you call me? Come here, mama. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, if trouble was money, I swear Nala would be a millionaire. Ain't that right, Nala? You'd be a millionaire if trouble was money. Yeah, you probably left me some trouble in that room. Then I got to go in there and see. So there's Nala, who still isn't fully potty trained, and I don't understand. She's the smartest dog ever, but don't know how to go outside and use it. Gizmo, come here. Come here, Giz. Yeah, bring the toy. Come here. Come here. Gizmo, come here. Come here. He got the toy, y'all. He ain't gonna come. He thinks it's a game now. Yeah. So he's like, now you're gonna have to come over here and grab me. Okay, because I got the toy. Come here. Come here, Giz. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, Giz. Come here, Giz. See, embarrassing me in front of my friends. Come here, good boy. Good boy, Gizmo. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is, y'all. You just gonna hang on to that right there? You ain't gonna just gonna let the people see you with the toy in their mouth, huh? Okay. So there you go. Oh boy, I tell you. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, y'all. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I might do a short joint, sing some Christmas carols and let us go. Come out tomorrow like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Yeah, so who knows? So God bless y'all. I hope you guys finish up all your Christmas shopping tomorrow. And I will be back tomorrow afternoon or evening rather for a quick cameo. And then we'll get out of there. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on and set to all. And please go check out my 12 Days of Christmas video and let me know you watched it. Okay, because see, the numbers, they're trying to pretend that nobody's watching it. And the only way I can kind of tell is if y'all say, hey, I checked it out or whatever. Make a comment on the video. All right, so God bless y'all. God bless America. Let's get out of here, man. Yeah. My throat, I always spit it all. I spit all of my throat during the live stream. I know you see the apes. I know you see the way we tear up the place. Peace. God bless. Take care.